And Buckets List is the name of the show that you are producing this year, which you've also written.
Yes, yes.
Will you give us a quick synopsis of Buckets List?
Sure. Can I give you a bit of a backstory?
You may.
About how
the floor
it came
is
about?
yours.
Okay. So about 2 years ago, I went to a wedding and I sat next to the wedding DJ at dinner, and he was middle-aged, and I kind of thought, oh, middle-aged DJ, like dodgy guy that's been doing it 30 years or something. And I made all these horrific assumptions, like really, really bad. And I said to him, so you're a wedding DJ, huh? And he went, actually, I'm a bucket salesman. But my wife just saw this ad for wedding DJs and I applied a few weeks ago and I got it, and it's like my dream job, like I've always wanted to do this. So all of a sudden I felt like the worst person because I don't know, horrible things had gone through my head about this guy. And then he was beautiful and he was just as enthusiastic about buckets as he was about weddings. And so I just kind of chatted to him, and by the end I was like, this is my new friend show. So I totally stole his life.
You're just like, right, is that so, buckets?
Yeah, that's it.
So, can you give us a short synopsis?
Yes. So, it's about a guy who works in a bucket factory by day. The bucket factory closes down because everybody in the world just buys buckets, and there's like a peak bucket sort of limit, and they go, oh.
Yeah, you hit like a glass ceiling with buckets,
with
don't
buckets.
you?
Everybody, once you got a bucket, you got a bucket. Like, unless something tragic happens to the bucket, it's
They are prone to holes.
They are, but if you get a good quality one.
True.
The bucket salesman told me about really good quality ones. So if you get a good quality one, you've got it kind of for life. So they reach peak bucket and this guy has to find a new job. He becomes a wedding DJ. And as he goes to these weddings, he kind of falls in love with other people's love and realises he's actually really lonely. And he makes a lady out of buckets and falls in love with her.
And you've got an actual bucket lady.
Life-size bucket lady on stage.
And does she...
They do things.
Oh my God, she does stuff.
Where
else can you see them? Yeah. Now, it's the premiere. There's narration. Is there anything else we can listen to as an audience member? Great.
There is. So Rhys O'Teary, who is this totally unknown, I think he's unknown, Melbourne musician. I went to uni with this guy and he just isn't...
Sorry, I just imagine rehearsals. Sorry, who are you?
Yeah, that's it. Just a troubadour that turned up in rehearsal. But I went to uni with him and he's just not big on self-promotion. He just kind of plays music, you know, at little bars or whatever. No one really knows about him, and he is the most beautiful, beautiful singer-songwriter. And he's doing all these different cover versions of songs in our show. So he accompanies, he's like the show troubadour, basically. So it's the whole thing is kind of scored by him and interwoven with songs.
Sounds like pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
So you've written and produced the show yourself,
Yeah.
and it is being performed by Justin.
That's right.
Kennedy. And what is it about Justin that makes him the perfect candidate to be doing Buckets List?
He's one of those people, because there's no lines in the entire show, he acts it completely facially and physically.
There's no dialogue?
None. There's a narrator talking, but he is completely wordless. Is that the right term in theatre? I should know. Yeah. He doesn't have any lines, and he's one of those people that could engage an audience for an hour just by what he can do with his face. He's really, really extraordinary. So I kind of thought, look, I could play this character, but really it's going to be a bit of a stretch. He's just one of those people that you sort of, you know, he's just very comedic, but he can do sort of heartfelt stuff as well.
Sounds like it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, I just think he's really good with women made of buckets. I could just see it. So.
Do you know I can see you with? A plastic woman.
That's it.
I reckon you could get a handle on... Oh, I'm sorry. And it's being directed by...
That was a bucket pun. I know, mate.
I just made a bucket pun. You're welcome. You've collaborated with Yvonne Versick for some time now. Why Yvonne?
I've known Yvonne since my days at Monash Uni. She's the artistic director out there, and she directed my first show. I haven't worked with her too much between then and now, but with this particular work, I just think it needed somebody to take it on and do something to it, I guess, that I could never envision. You kind of want that separation as the writer, just to dust your hands of it, pass it over, and see what somebody comes up with. She's got a really good handle on whimsy, but she also can groundwork really well, I find, and she just knows people. She like gets the right people for the job on board, and everybody gets really excited working with her.
So you came up with the idea at a wedding.
Yes.
When was that wedding? How long has it been since you've had that initial idea for the show?
It would have been two and a half years ago. So it's just been brewing in my head the whole time. And I've only just written it in the last few months, it's kind of gone onto the page. So.
Now, your first Fringe piece back in 2008 actually garnered you a high commendation for the best original writing. So talk to me about pressure.
No pressure at all. No, nothing. That was, do you know what? That was my first show, and that's what happened. Nothing's happened since with any show that I've done. They've all sold out, but they haven't gotten awards or anything, which is fine. That's not why you do Fringe, is it?
Very true. You do not do Fringe for awards.
Not at all.
There are not enough of them.
That's true. I need a special bucket award. We need a bucketeer.
Yeah,
award.
you do need a bucket award.
Yeah,
It's just like you gave it a really good shot, mate.
They're underrepresented.
Yeah, they really
People
are.
that like buckets.
They're out there. There's a market for them.
There's totally
So
a
say
market
I was somebody who really dug buckets, which I'm not saying I'm sure I've got the potential.
You've got a show about inanimate things.
When and where can I see Buckets List?
Well, you come to the Fringe. We open the 19th of September, and I believe, oh my goodness, is it October 4th this year? Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah.
Bad producer advice. But we're playing every single night, 9 p.m, 8 p.m. Sundays, no show Mondays.
And where?
Oh, North Melbourne Town Hall rehearsal room.
Great. Yes. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for coming in and chatting all things Bucket and Fringe. And I can't wait to see you around the hub.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
Thanks.